Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Why are they not getting in? They're having a hard time getting in. Okay, I think they're in. I keep adding them. Okay, so Scorpio is the most intense emotional sign, which means that a lot of intense emotions can come up for you right now, especially if you have not done all the internal work and you're still working through that. So don't be surprised if, anger comes up right now, like another pattern that comes up, every once in a while. That's the time it's coming up. Sadness, grieving, just something like lower vibrational. If it's coming up for you, it's asking you to shift it. So for example, a way that Scorpio does a really good job of transmuting energy is basically shifting, for example, anger into motivation, fear into faith and trust, sadness into creativity, and learning how to manage the energy and your emotions. And that's by you taking control of it, accepting your emotions and your patterns, and then working with them and shifting them. We don't have to continue these same patterns. It's up to us to shift them. Anxiety is another big one. So if you're feeling anxious, shift that into excitement. Okay, so I've been feeling very excited. So if you've been feeling anxious, shift it into excitement and see where you're unaligned. If you're feeling anxious and you're focusing on the frequency of fear, so like let's say for example, like the information you're looking at is causing fear and anxiety. Well, to me, that shows there's an unalignment there. So look for if there's information that sounds like more aligned with where we're headed or like what feels right to you, that's where you want to shift into. Or like if you're feeling anxious, it's a great time to reflect over what that anxiety is rooting from. So self-reflection is big right now. This full moon is super transformational. So Scorpio is like the rebirth. I see it as like the phoenix rising out of the flame and like really giving us the opportunity to recreate who we are, like completely. So you are given this opportunity right now to just like recreate yourself being the person you want to be and letting go of anything that isn't serving you right now. Like if you had a job that you're really not aligning with, take the risk and let it go. Or relationships. This is not the time to hold on to toxic relationships. Let those go because that energy is just holding you back. And right now is a time to let go of anything holding you back so you can really transform into your best self right now. So, okay. I don't even know where to start because there's so much happening. Let's start with our personal moon scopes around this before I move into the retrogrades, because we have, I think 5 or 6, I think, going into retrograde starting this month, starting with Pluto, and then the lunar signs also changing. So I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but it is important energy and it's going to help you. So our moon scopes. This is basically how this energy is going to affect you personally. So if you want to just raise your hand. Okay, got you guys. If you want to raise your hand when I speak out the moon, just let me know and I'll read it. So do we have any Aries moon here? Okay, Bruiser, perfect. Okay, so Aries moon. You tend to know what you want and you want it now. Your emotions are full of fire and passion for life. You crave adventures and partners who are willing to join you. This full moon will intensify your already intense emotions. You may even feel a burst of energy. Make sure to ground yourself so you don't burn out of control. So that's that Taurus energy as well. So Taurus right now is helping us ground ourselves. So even though those emotions are coming up, it's important to stay grounded. And the best way to do that during Taurus season is connecting with nature, listening to the signs, really taking that to the next level, connecting with plants, like however, however you can ground yourself, putting your feet literally in the earth, that's huge. Yeah, so next sentence, feel your feet on the earth. I do that all the time. Feel your feet on the earth and stay connected to your breath and your body. As the moon shines bright, focus on releasing the need for instant gratification. Call in the energy of patience and know that some things take a little waiting. So find that for you, find that peaceful center where you can trust in divine timing and don't get ahead of yourself. Okay. Okay, Taurus moon. Okay, Joanne. You're a Taurus moon like my little kid. Both of my children are Taurus moons. Ah, it's so sweet. I love that energy. Okay, so you tend to like a sense of security in your world and crave stability in all areas of your life. Your emotions are sensible and rooted to the ground. Although you feel uncentered when your peacefulness is disturbed by outside forces, this full moon sits in opposition to your natural moon sign and your emotions. It's asking you to leave your comfort zones and dive deep into places you may be fearful of feeling. Trust the process of this of tonight and open up to a new understanding of yourself, even if it feels scary. Focus on releasing any limiting beliefs that keep you from fully blooming and call in the energy of inner reliance, knowing you can always rely on yourself. So being in your power fully, you do not need anything outside of you. And trust that the universe or God, goddess, however you see it, is the one guiding. And it's even through you, right? So guiding what is happening outside us. So come back into that center. I know it's like crazy shit right now, right? So whatever, that's what we got. Okay, Gemini moon. No one? Okay. Cancer moon.
Me, sorry.
Okay. You're Gemini or Cancer?
I'm Gemini.
Okay. So I think I knew that. Okay. Oh yeah, we talked about this last time, I remember. Okay. You tend to feel a lot in your emotional body and you love to communicate it with those around you. Your emotions change frequently and you can easily become overwhelmed by them. Breath is your friend, and you need to use deep breathing techniques to stay steady in your emotions during intense times, like this full moon. The emotional roller coaster of this time may feel like too much for your senses, leading to anxious feelings, or you may be compelled to numb out completely and avoid it. Attempt to find a middle ground where you can observe your emotions without getting caught up in them. Focus on releasing anxious feelings and calling in the energy of stillness. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Like that's basically just, and don't attach yourself to them. So when the emotions come up, I've mastered this really well. When the emotions come up, I just like kind of watch myself and I don't even know how to explain it otherwise. That's that observation. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I'm going to observe this. I'm not in my stillness right now. So then and that's how I manage my emotions as they come up. So it takes practice, but you'll get it. Okay, Cancer moon. Okay, awesome. You are at home in your emotions. While your feelings often become intense, you understand how to navigate them and process them. You tend to feel everything and feel it deeply. This full moon will stir up old emotions from the past and may even send you down memory lane. Remain present with your breath and try not to get lost in past traumas. Focus on the moment and ride each emotion. As you do, there's a great opportunity to feel your inner knowledge and use it to guide you. As the moon shines bright, feel into your divine feminine power and release any unwanted emotions as you call on the tools needed for your greatest transformation. So I've been having like childhood memories are coming up, and that's also connected to one of the retrogrades. So pay attention as that happens. Childhood, like just up until now, any space where you maybe haven't worked through completely, allow it to just come up and observe it, and don't stay there too long. Just kind of be like, okay, this is interesting. Haven't thought about this in a while, and allow yourself to feel into it. And then make sure you take the space to find your center again. Give yourself a break. You don't need to always be feeling your emotions all the time. I know Cancer moons are like, they, yeah, super sweet, but like love the water and emotional energy. I can't handle it. It's a little too much. Even though I'm Scorpio, for some reason, my Aquarius energy is like, okay, I just need a little bit of space from, and Salma, I know it's hard for you too, right? A little bit. It's okay. Okay, Leo moon. Okay, Michelle. You are one with your emotions and love to express them in creative ways. You feel the need to share your experiences with the world so they can learn from you, but also so you can feel one with everyone around you. You lead with your heart and you love to shine your brightest for all to see. This full moon compels us to go inward, which is not always the most comfortable place for you. Resist the need to share your findings with others as we traverse this full moon. Give yourself time to process the revelations it brings before inviting others into your den. As the moon shines bright, focus on releasing the need to be seen by others and instead call in your most profound truths. It's like being your best friend right now. Just you reflect over it. You journal it out for you instead of like giving it to others. Like if you have a tendency to like go to others to like when your feelings are coming up, you know, just journal instead and then go back to it, reflect over it, and then you'll find like this balanced place, and then that's when you'll know. And then you can start to share what you discovered. Okay, Scorpio moon. Actually, no, Libra. Oh, sorry, I'm skipping. Okay, Virgo moon. No one's Virgo moon here. Okay. Eilish, I can't see you, so I don't know what yours is, but Scorpio. Oh, you're like me. I love that. So this one's affecting you big too. And we were just talking last night, so I know that it has been. Okay, awesome. Libra moon, Britt, that's you. Anybody else? Amp and Lolo, do you need help around this, or do you know yours? You're good? Okay, I just want to make sure because I know you kind of hopped in a little last minute. Okay, so Libra moon. You strive for emotional balance in all situations. You are on a constant quest to keep yourself calm, cool, and collected under pressure. You even grow uncomfortable when your emotional feathers are ruffled. This full moon will feel intense for you, just like everyone else. Lean into these feelings and allow them to teach you. It's okay to become unbalanced once in a while because it allows you to learn new tools to recenter yourself. Harmony can only be achieved once disharmony is understood. As the moon shines bright, release any aversion you have to challenges which rock your energetic boat. Allow things to feel chaotic for a moment, then call in a new sense of harmony built on an even stronger foundation. So, right, we're bringing up all of this energy. That's what's transforming us. So it's going to feel a little uncomfortable because it's like, oh, that doesn't feel right. I feel, we kind of like that joyful energy. We like that peaceful energy. So when it's shaking that up, we don't like that because it's kind of unknown and it's like, I can't control this. Why is this coming up right now? Right. So
Yep.
just, yeah, you know that 100%. So yeah, just observe it. Breathe through it, trust it, and say, okay, this serves a purpose. This serves a purpose. I'm going to pay attention. Why does this serve a purpose? Keep doing that, and then you'll know. Any questions? Good? Okay.
Nope, that was good. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, Scorpio moon. So me and Eilish. Anybody else? Stevie, did you just raise your hand? Oh, no. Okay, so me and Eilish. You are home this full moon and will feel her energy more intensely than anyone else. You dive into the depths of your emotions, even if they feel scary at times. You would rather face what lies below the surface of your consciousness than allow it to control you. Allow this full moon to open up a portal for you to go even deeper into your conditioned patterns and underlying beliefs. Be willing to face all of your shadows for the opportunity to transform into your greatest light. As the moon shines bright, release the need to understand everything about yourself and be open to what is revealed at this time. Call in the energy of love as you wade through your hidden truths. which is kind of like Eilish. We were talking about that a little bit the other night, I feel like. Because you were like trying to figure out like what is it that I don't know why this is saying unstable. I hope I'm not freezing. But when we lean into love and we have no judgment, and then we also go past our limiting beliefs, it opens us up and expands us. So as we go deeper, we're also expanding ourselves. Okay, Sagittarius moon. Okay. All right, Stevie. So you are lighthearted in your emotions and always find the silver lining to any situation. This full moon may not feel as intense for you as those around you. Try to give yourself space, though, to feel her energy and learn new truths about yourself. You generally have no problem being the wide-eyed student ready to absorb new information. Oh, I see that for sure. Feel into this part of yourself today and go bravely into new territory of your own consciousness. Traverse it just like you travel through the world, eager to learn and ready to take in its knowledge. As the new moon shines bright, the moon, not new moon. I don't know why I keep doing that. The moon shines bright, release the need to always be happy. Some days there will be storms, and it's okay. And they will make you stronger. So the storms are basically you're releasing that energy so you can then be even happier on the other side because you'll feel lighter from that. So allow that storm to come up and work through you because we're vessels. So we're all going to feel it. Some days it's going to be harder for others and easier for us. So when it comes up for you, it's okay. And then
Jacqueline, you
what?
keep going in and out.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear the last thing I said about the storms? Okay. Anyway, focus on calling in courage to take a giant leap of faith. Can you hear what I'm saying, Stevie? Are you guys good?
Yeah, sorry. It's glitching a little, but I think I'm piecing it together.
Okay, I don't know why I'm glitching because it's saying I'm good, so hopefully that stops. Okay, basically I just said focus on calling in courage to take a giant leap of faith and be okay when storms come up for you. Okay. Capricorn moon. Awesome. Okay, so Capricorn, you tend to be steady in your emotions even when intense storms blow. This is your strength, but also can work against you. Sometimes you need to feel the chaos of your emotions to make you stronger and to understand yourself on an even deeper level. Without trying to manufacture them, allow your emotions that wouldn't normally come to the surface to be seen on this full moon. Open yourself up to feeling things you don't normally and let those emotions give you deeper access to your intuition. Give yourself plenty of time and space to process any emotions that do arise as you spend some quality time with yourself this full moon. As the moon shines bright, release the need to work so hard both in your career and on yourself. Time to be in stillness. Let yourself slow down. Okay, this is a huge Capricorn has so much trouble with this. They like to be doing and they feel like work, 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 go, go, go. Like organize, that masculine, like doing energy. This, we're being asked like completely to slow down. And if it brings up any anxiety, just remind yourself that this is purposeful. It's allowing me to kind of, activate energy that you need, that love energy, and to really slow down and to restart and like rebirth yourself. Um, so, anyway, what was I saying? Okay, open yourself up to the feeling the things you don't normally and let those emotions give you deeper access to your intuition. Give yourself plenty of time and space to process any emotions that do arise as you spend some quality time with yourself this full moon. Okay, yeah, I said that already. Focus on calling in what you need effortlessly by feeling good. So just feel good. Like go listen to music. Put yourself in a space where you're just like happy. Try to do that. And by doing that, you'll effortlessly bring in abundance and you don't need to work so hard. So that's where you're trying to shift yourself, where you don't need to do to get, you just need to be in that higher frequency to receive. So that's that shift. Okay, so stop trying to be successful. We're moving away from that. That's a masculine energy we're moving away from. And the divine feminine energy is being in our embodying love, and then from there we're a magnet and bringing abundance to us. So there's a subtle shift, but it's big, it's powerful. Okay, Aquarius moon. Awesome. Okay, you are not overly emotional, and if you are, you tend not to express your emotions freely. What do you guys think? Yes or no? A little bit? Yes. Okay, Amanda. Okay. Okay. You rely on your mind to navigate the world and even your energy, but not your emotions. So Aquariuses tend to be the more logical. Sometimes we can connect with the higher perspective depending on how we are, but we prefer to use our mind over our emotions when we move through life. So, with that said, this full moon may feel confronting to your emotional body as it asks you to feel deeply into places you normally don't give attention. The moon has a way of bringing things to the surface, though, so you can't avoid them. Be open to the messages and truths this full moon is offering. Even if they make you feel emotionally crazy for a day, you've never resisted any other forms of crazy, so why start now? Okay. As the moon shines bright, release any need to explain away your emotions with logic and reasoning. Instead, focus on what you can learn from them and call in the energy to understand them. You don't need to have a reason why they're coming up. It doesn't matter. Just try to understand why they're coming up. Just try to understand your emotions. Say, okay, this is interesting. What is the root cause of this? Why am I feeling this right now? And then learn from there. Okay, Pisces moon. No Pisces moon? Okay. All right, now let's move into the bigger energies. This full moon's emotional, so just observe those emotions that come up. They may be intense. The people around you may be having intense emotions. For you, so it's up to you to. Okay, so I'm going to speak to the something now for this, but have boundaries around those people. You can hold a space for them, but remember your boundaries are important too. So you can't just be that dumping ground, but you could say to them, I'm open if you need it, but I'm not going to be the person that you're frustrated at this thing, so you're just going to take it out on me, right? We're moving past that. We have to set our boundaries around that. And listen to that person with love and be there for them, but we're not going to be that space for them anymore for us to be walked all over. So this is where I want to bring the houses in. So my question is, okay, so I'll bring Pluto retrograde and the houses in. So do you guys know, okay, so I'll speak to first house. Did anybody have Scorpio in their first house? No?
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you figure out which house you are?
Okay, so your house is so you're gonna look under Placidus.
Okay.
And there's Roman numeral numbers.
Okay.
And then you're gonna look for Scorpio, and the chart underneath that should also have Pluto. Can you guys tell me, was it the same house for Pluto and Scorpio for you guys? No. Because it was for you, Salma, because it was the same for me too, but I wasn't sure if everybody has that. You might
mine's the same too.
Scorpio, Sirius, XI. Scorpio.
Oh, Britt. Okay, we talked about this the other day. So Pluto is in my 12th. Hold on.
Yeah, mine was 12th. I think yours is like 5th or something. Or first. I don't know.
Yeah, mine is in the first house, so it's the same as Scorpio. So the same as Scorpio, so it might be the same. Go ahead, Bruiser.
I was going to ask, what if I have two houses? If two of the lines for the houses fall in Scorpio.
That's fine. Then I'm going to speak to both of them for you. And what this means, okay, thanks, Joanne. So second house. So what this means is this house is going to be affected strongest for you right now. during this time. So you're going to notice it. So I'll give an example for me, what's going on with myself. So my Scorpio is in my first house, which is my rising sign, right? So our first house is the house of self and self-identity. Which means that I'm having the most transformation with myself. So I'll give you, I talked about this last week or last meditation. I said that I really feel like I need to focus on my physical body and, eating whatever that, like my hardest thing for me is staying consistent with my nutrition, and also movement too has been the hardest thing for me. So so Ting has been helping me, and for the past week I've been working out with him. So that is where my transformation is taking place, and I'm making that my number one priority and focus, and I'm letting myself relax into all the other houses, all the other areas of my life, and focusing on me right now. Okay, so that's going to bring up emotions too for me, because now I have certain patterns where, I have emotional, like if anything is not in alignment, it's going to bring up emotions around that. So like if I have my patterns around eating, like, or whatever, like that's going to come up right now strongly. So it's for me to really transform myself and that energy around that. Does that make sense?
So both
Houses.
houses would be in play for me if they both started Scorpio.
Yes, you can notice it. Just pay attention to it. And like another thing, like I'll bring it up after the fact, but I really want everyone to, there's something in our mind, absolutely, or in our hearts, that we feel like there's an area of our life that we can be in better alignment with, and we each know what that thing is, and that's something that we can really focus on right now. It's up to us to choose that, because we don't have as much distractions as we did. Life is not going as it was. We're being asked to be in more stillness with this quarantine, right? So it's giving us the opportunity to connect more with those areas of our lives a little easier, because everything's just shifting. It is just shifting. So it's up to us to transform those areas. So I'll speak to that a little bit in a second. So has everyone been able to find their houses? Joanne, I see you found yours. Is everybody else good? Okay. So anybody else have first house like I do? I can't see, so no? Okay, so I'm the only one with first house. Okay, second house. Joanne, that was you. So your focus is on how you connect with your self-worth and abundance. Does that make sense for you too? Okay, good. Okay. So, maybe you have your affirmations, or like whatever, like I'm an abundant being. I don't need to do to receive, like that kind of thing. Like I'm open to receiving. And work on that, on how you can transform your mindset around that. And then also your energy around that. Third house. No one? Okay. Fourth house. Okay. Fourth house. Focus on how you define your home. So just reflect over your home space and your mindset around it, and see where you have conditioned beliefs around it, and where you can just basically shift the energy for yourself to create it more towards what you want for your home, for your own, like basically if you have conditioned beliefs from like your childhood, right? So shifting that to where it better aligns with who you are in your heart. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Just reflect over that. This is not something that we need to know right now. It's just the energy that may be coming up for us personally. Okay, fifth house. No? Okay, sixth house. Michelle, are you saying something? Hold on, what'd you say?
Yeah, how to figure this out. So
You
I'm
have
trying.
Do you have it up or no? The birthday?
Yeah, can I just screenshot it to you, because I don't know what the heck I'm looking
Yeah, go
at.
ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, do that. I don't want you to be all confused. Okay, sixth house. No? Okay, seventh house. Okay, eighth house.
Jacqueline, talking about Scorpio, right? Or is it both Pluto and Scorpio?
I'm talking about Scorpio right now, and
Okay.
I'll get to Pluto in a minute too when I start talking about Pluto retrograde, but
Just want to make sure.
okay. Michelle, I'm gonna look at yours before I continue. Okay, I need I need the next chart, the one that says Placidus. So not that one. Scroll down, and then it'll have the Roman numerals. Okay, I said 8th house, right? 9th house.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, awesome. Hold on, I gotta mute you guys. I'm hearing some shit. Okay. Oh my goodness. Try to keep everyone muted. I can't do that. Okay. What did I just say? 9th house, and you guys all said me? Okay. This is a big one, and think about how big this is. Focus on how you integrate new knowledge and truths. That's coming up huge right now. New information, right? And truths coming out. How are you integrating it? Are you rejecting it? Are you accepting to it and open to it? So notice how you receive new truths, and that's huge for everyone right now. And I'm actually going to speak to the lunar nodes in a second and how this is so connected with that energy. Okay, Salma, your 8th house. So, okay. So focus on how you respond to energies which encourage personal growth. Okay. Personal growth. How are you talking to yourself? Okay. Are you motivating yourself? Are you being hard on yourself? You know, that kind of thing. Okay. Pay attention to that. Shift that. It's time to talk to ourselves with love. Did you send me, Michelle? Where's the chart? Hold on. Are you frozen over there? Okay, hold on. Okay, 10th house. Okay. Focus on how you balance your work and self-care. Time to find some balance for you.
That's a 10th house.
Yes, that's the 10th house. Is that yours, Ting?
Yes.
Okay. So balance work and self-care. Okay. You don't need to be working out for everyone else all the time, right? I'm joking. But yeah, so you're taking time to yourself and taking that space of stillness, which I know you have your routines, but really making sure that it's in balance the way you want it. Okay, Michelle's. No, okay, wait. Is there a chart? Did you put in unknown birth time, Michelle? I'm unmuting you. Hold on. Did you put in?
Yeah, I put unknown time.
Okay, so that might not happen. Can you just pick a time? It shouldn't.
Sure, I think it was morning.
That'll make it easier. Okay, because it's not going to affect it that much. Okay, 11th house. Amanda. Okay, so focus on how you feel when you're part of a larger collective. So connecting with a group, how you feel when you're not just being a loner, right? You're connecting with a larger group and integrating yourself with them. That's big for you, right? Is that a big one? Okay, so that's going to be transformational for you. So this is where we're all transforming ourselves around these areas. Okay, 12th house.
May.
Okay, Britt.
Yeah.
That's you. Okay, so your 12th house, where you're going to be transforming or focus around your transformation, will be your spiritual path and growth.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a good one. So expanding yourself around that and transforming yourself. Okay. Any questions around that, Michelle? Let me know when you find it. Okay, so these are areas that we are going to find the strongest transformation happening, or like our focus around it to help us move into better alignment of mind, body, spirit. Okay, so this is to find our center, our balance, our peace. Those areas of our lives are going to be the strongest affected right now with this Scorpio full moon. And you'll know how you can find it where it makes sense for you, and just allow it to show up where it needs to. Okay, so Michelle, just let me know. Just put yourself off mute. Okay, so right now I want you guys to reflect over yourself. And if you don't know your chakras, try your best, but you can also connect it with your physical body. Think of like your weakest area within yourself. So like mine, and then you also your strongest area. And I want you to connect the two to be able to support each other. So I'll give an example for myself. So my weakest chakra or I want to say like weakest as in needs the most challenging for me, that needs the most support and growth, is my sacral chakra. Okay, so my sacral chakra is my codependencies, my passion, my sexual energy, right? So I can already tell that I'm about to have a transformation in this area because it's basically illuminating for me. My strongest chakra would be my mind. So I'm using my mind in connection with this area to be able to strengthen it. Another, if this shows up physically as well, because this is a balance of mind, body, spirit that's cooperating with each other, I can give a perfect example. So I've had 3 C-sections with 2 kids, and that's my lower abs, right? My my womb area, they wanted to take it out. Like that area right there needs the most love and support. Okay, so think about that for you. Let's say it's your spiritual connection, right? You may get headaches, and that's just for you to show you that it needs more, needs to be more in balance, needs to be strengthened, needs to be opened more, right? So that's the space that you want to focus on to see how you can transform that area. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, so I just want you to pay attention to that. And that for yourself. There may be more than one, who knows? You would know best, but just be mindful of that. Okay, and then I also want to talk about relationships a little bit, because our relationships are going to be transforming as well. And I just went through a transformation with my husband last year, and I know this is coming up strongly for a lot of people as this Scorpio energy relates with others, because it is the sexual energy, and if we're in relationships, this tends to happen. But also, if you think about what's happening on a planet right now, there's people being triggered when we are trying to speak to each other, which I can also speak to the lunar nodes with this. So when this is coming up and we're trying to find a new way of communicating with each other, I'm going to speak to what worked for me with my husband, but also I was talking to Brittany about this the other day. If you've heard of Brene Brown, she uses acronyms, which may help some people more than just knowing different tools. So she uses braving. So she uses different words that start with each letter to help you kind of shift the way you communicate with another person and create that transformation in that relationship. So boundaries is B, setting your boundaries and having respect for the other person's boundaries, right? Reliability, so being, this is about you being reliable and being that example for the other person so they can be reliable back to you, right? A would be accountability. So taking accountability for your emotions, your actions, and also kind of speaking to that for the other person to take accountability for their actions and their emotions and how they're being within the relationship. So accountability would be, hey, do you think this is good for the relationship to be speaking to me this way? I think we can do a better job at that, and I will give you that same respect, right? She uses vault, which is basically a safe, trusting space where you're not talking about another person in that space. And if they speak to you about something, you're not going to another person about what they're speaking to. So it's keeping that space a trusted space for each other. And the next one is integrity, being in your integrity, doing things that you say you're going to do, and treating that person the way you want to be treated, and almost like having the same for them. Like, hey, are you being in your integrity right now? Like, I'm doing my best. And if they call you out for that, apologize for that and be like, I'm sorry. Like, I know I could do better. Right. So, and that's also accountability. Non-judgment. So if someone's in their emotions or they're, acting a certain way, whatever, not having judgment around that and having the space of compassion for them instead. Okay. And understanding that anything that is not a peaceful, connected conversation is just their fears coming up. So having compassion for that when that shows up for them. So if they feel triggered or they, you know, kind of defend themselves or freak out or whatever, when you're trying to communicate, have that space for them with non-judgment, knowing that it's just their traumas they need to work through and that's their own fears that are coming up. General assumption. So assumption is a huge one. So assuming that, I'll give a great example, like you ask someone to do something. So like I asked my husband to do something, he didn't do it right. And I'm like, why didn't you do that? I asked you, you weren't listening to me, blah, blah, blah. So that was an assumption. Instead, I could be like, hey, did you remember like I asked you to do this and you didn't get to it? And then I'll be like, he'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get to it because blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure, like whatever. So instead of assuming, which we all do, being mindful of that general assumption and then not doing that so then they don't do the same for you. So this is about you being the example, being in your integrity, being that person that's in their power and showing them how to better communicate. Okay, does that make sense? I know it's a lot to take in, but I transformed my relationship with this, and let me tell you, it is a much better place. We have a solid foundation in our communication. We have compassion, empathy for each other, and also patience. So if he gets in his emotions, I have my boundaries, but then I also allow him to work through his own shit that he needs to work through without judgment. Because it comes up for me too. I'm not always the perfect, you know, and I don't blame him and say, why are you treating me that way? Blah, 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 blah. Instead, I'm like, okay, hey, I get you had a stressed out day. Go outside maybe, because I just really can't, your energy's coming at me. And I just, can you go do that somewhere else, please? And then we come back when you're in a better mindset. Okay. And this can happen with anybody in our family or friends or whatever. And this is big right now because not everybody is having the same experience and they're not seeing the same perspective, and that's okay. Okay, so lunar nodes. Like I said, there's so much energy right now. Lunar nodes just shifted May 5th. This is such a huge energy shift. So the lunar nodes are collective soul lessons. So as a whole, this is what our lessons are together. We just moved out of Cancer and Capricorn for the past 2 years. And basically what that meant was to focus on self-care and move away from like workaholic tendencies and doing to get, right? So instead we were focusing on self-love, self-care, balance, learning how to slow down a bit and really nurture ourselves rather than push hard on ourselves, right? So we were shifting that energy, like learning how to stop being hard on ourselves. So now we're moving into Gemini and Sagittarius, which is such a huge thing for this time with everything going on, because Gemini is all around. So the north node is where we're headed, and the south node is where what we've already mastered and where we'll see shifts that better align with us. So where we're headed in Gemini, so Gemini is a social sign. So we're going to see a lot of self-expression, freedom of speech will be highlighted right now. It's a time to accept other people's truths. So when they start to be self-expressive, allow yourself to be open and accept them. And then also as well, not only accept other people's truths, but also speak your truth with confidence and allow yourself to accept that your truth is what it is and that other people may need to hear it. And even if it triggers others, that's okay, because it's your truth and you're not meant to have the same outlook. And we need to start accepting that about each other. And learning how to take a simpler approach to how we think about things. So instead of being all crazy in our mind, it's going to get easier and balanced, and we're going to have a better way to understand and approach things. So let's see how that unfolds. So, you know, what feels right to you? Does it feel right to you? Yes or no? And trust yourself in that aspect. So what to expect during this time? New forms of social media may show up. Okay, new social media platforms. I already see it happening. If you haven't paid attention yet, but Facebook is getting very censored. So some groups are moving on to MeWe. That's another social media group. It's pretty new, so some people may not have heard of it yet. But we're starting to notice that we're being very censored and controlled on these social media platforms. So watch this unfold as well. New ways to receive news and information. So that's a big key aspect right now. We're noticing that the media is not exactly being transparent and truthful about what they're sharing. So we're going to start to look for new ways to receive that information. We will see a change in energy around international travel, religion. So we may see more divine feminine energy balanced with the masculine, and then higher education. So this is interesting. There's going to be a lot of shifts happening right now with this. New truths are going to come to light right now. This is that time. It's all going to start to come out on a collective level. And we know it's already trickling out. Just wait and think about, like, even just in the past day, how it shifted. Like, you guys know this shit that's been like blasted everywhere. I'm sure you guys have all seen that. That was lunar node shifting a day ago already opening up. So that's insane to me. And this is going to be for the next 2 years. We're going to notice this. So the last time we connected with these signs was actually in 2001 when September 11th happened. So that's really interesting to note as well. Okay, so basically the main focus for the next 2 years is communication and truth. Okay, that's big. So stay open. Learn how to stay open to receive. Notice where your energy is off and you're getting defensive or rejecting someone's truth, and instead allow yourself to be open to receive it and know it has nothing to do with you. That is just their experience. Okay, and then vice versa. Be open to expressing yourself. If you have trouble around doing that, now it's time, and it's going to be easier for you to do so. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. We need more people in our power, because we don't want any more controlling aspects. It's time for us to really take that stand. Okay. Okay, so now Pluto retrograde. This is a huge key aspect to what's going on right now. So Pluto just moved into retrograde the end of April, and it's going to be there until October 4th. Pluto is the transformation planet. So there's deep transformation happening in the physical world right now because Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn. Capricorn is the physical world energy, that masculine energy that connects with work, career, same thing, money, all our physical aspects. Okay, so it's retrograding in that. So we're going to see a huge transformation in those things right now on a collective level. And this just shifted end of April. This is going to be going on until October. So what I was saying is, if you know what house Pluto is in your chart, if it's different than Scorpio, I can speak to you a little bit more, because you can see how Pluto will be affecting you in that area. So for me, it's the same one. Okay, what did you say? 7? Bruiser, 7? Oh my God, I can't count. 8. Okay, so your 8th house. So focus on how you respond to energies which encourage personal growth. So pay attention to how, your mindset is around personal growth, and align with motivation and like not being hard on yourself. What I was saying to Salma, like shift that personal growth aspect, being more kind of like your cheerleader for yourself with personal growth. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so you could see yourself transforming around that and being excited for personal growth rather than avoiding it, maybe, so better aligning yourself with personal growth. Does anybody else want me to read theirs? It's up to you. First house or
I have it on. Oh, sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Who's saying
I
sorry?
have. Oh, I see. I saw one is in the IX. I don't know if that's like 15, 17.
IX, isn't that 9th? Is that before X?
Hold up. Can I
Yes,
text you?
9.
Yours is 9 too?
No, I don't have one. I'm saying IX is 9.
Okay, so 9th house.
Isn't
So
it? Oh, wait, I'm wrong. Wait, X is 10. So yeah, 9. I'm all
Okay.
right.
So your ninth house would be focus on how you integrate new knowledge and truths. So that's that Pluto energy. What were you going to ask, Susan? Were you going to ask something?
No, I was just gonna say I don't have one. I don't
And
have.
that's, you don't have Pluto, and that's okay. It's
Okay.
just that it might show up stronger in different in people's house. So like that'll show up
Okay.
stronger. Because this does have a huge, because like I said, so now we have Scorpio. This is the planet that connects with it, so it's making it even that much stronger. Okay. Does anybody else have okay, second house? Yep. Okay, so your second house would be focus on how you connect with self-worth and abundance. So see that transformation take place for you until October. Okay. Third house, Eilish. Focus on how you communicate both overtly and subtly. So pay attention to your communication with yourself, I have to mention, and then also others. Pay attention to that and shift it and be more intentional with your communication and see where you're conditioned, like your subtle conditioning around your communication, and then also outwardly. So make that shift in your communication. Okay, you guys good? Because I'm going to move into the last retrogrades before we do meditation. I know this took a long time. Usually it's not this late, but there's so much happening. Are you guys good? I know this is so much information. Everybody's like, okay. Okay, so Saturn retrograde, which is happening from May 10th to September 28th, is the planet of karma. I've spoken about this before, but it's retrograding in Capricorn as well. So this is going to bring up the same thing in the physical world. We're retrograding into this. So it's going to bring up past stuff in our physical world, that Capricorn energy. So before we can shift into the age of Aquarius, okay, so this is that age of Aquarius energy, Saturn, okay, so Saturn shifting into this retrograde Capricorn is basically going to show us where we were and like tie up loose ends so we can shift into the age of Aquarius. Okay, and then the last placement before, so this is the last placement before moving into New Earth energy. It's the final step between, okay, so this is May 10th to September 28th. That's why I'm saying this is so big. This is the final step. This is like the great awakening happening for everyone. This is huge. Like that's why this is a full house night. It's so big, I'm telling you. So it's the last collection of wisdom and lessons that we needed. So look over things, tie up loose ends. It could bring up childhood memories, relationship. It's going to also reflect over your relationship with masculine energy, because the masculine energy, yes, this is being recording. I will give it to you, Bruiser. So this is going to be that time where we need to heal our relationship with our fathers. If we haven't done that yet, this is a great time to do so. Okay, because we are, that Capricorn is masculine energy, so we're reflecting over that as well, paying attention to how we are spending our time. So it's not the time to get distracted. It's time to get on the right and true path of the soul. Okay, now be intentional, be purposeful with your time. Okay, meditation, great. Don't just like waste your time being on Netflix watching Tiger King. That shit is nothing for you. And I know there's like a whole bunch of people doing it, but I'm telling you, or obsessing over the murder hornets, you know, like things like that. I know we could like joke around and stuff, but like be intentional, because we're giving such a strong, powerful energy. As this kicks off, we'll be in such a better place if we're being intentional, where everyone else is going to be trying to find their footing and figuring it out, when we'll be ahead of the game, which is what we want for ourselves right now. So it's taking the authoritative role of our lives and being the creator of it. So it's time for you to take the reins of your life and not let anything else around you control that. So we are only, and reminding yourself, this is a big thing I've spoken to before, we are only given experiences that we can handle. So if you ever feel like if you're overwhelmed by something, or if you're not sure like how to handle something, or you're anxious of something coming your way, remind yourself that you were strong enough, you were powerful enough to handle anything that comes to you. We just need to be in the here now moment, allow it to come to us first, and we will be completely ready to take it on, whatever it is. So just remind yourself of that, and don't create the stories that could go along, because that does nothing for you. Okay, be intentional. So then on top of this retrograde, we have Venus retrograde, which is from May 12th to June 25th in Gemini, which is the planet of love. So this is the time to focus on our heart and to expand and love deeper. So connect with your intuition and your voice of truth of your higher self right now. Make decisions out of love and reflect over big decisions before taking action. Wait until Venus goes to direct to take actions, especially around relationships and things like that. Now's the time to reflect. And this will be in retrograde until June 25th. So this isn't as long as the other ones. So while Venus is in retrograde, though, the other planets that will be alongside it are 5 other planets. We'll have Mercury retrograde in between there. Jupiter will be in retrograde, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. That's so big. And if you guys don't understand what retrograde is basically the planet slowing down for us to go inward. So this is all inward energy. There's going to be so much transformation happening within us right now, okay? So it's not the time to move forward. So it's okay if you're confused. If confusion comes up, that's okay. The Neptune energy can cause this because Neptune's going into retrograde as well. And Neptune is the planet of dreams. It's recorded. So if you guys need to reflect, come back to this, it's fine. So communication. So pay attention to communication with yourself and others. Okay. Connecting with the lunar nodes in this is important to speaking our truth from the heart, as well as listening to others with compassion, right? So this is all connected. So coming back to the heart and saying, what do I need right now? Listen and take the initiative. What do I need right now? Don't look for the answer outside of you. This is, what do I need right now? So if you're confused, right, we come in here. So dream journaling is very good right now because Neptune is the planet of dreams, and be open to intuitive messages you receive. This is a great time to strengthen that connection. And it's the time for unity with all of us. And then we have the Jupiter retrograde, which is May 14th, which is going to be looking back over things and reflecting. This is the planet of abundance and prosperity. So this is the collective awakening. So we're going to feel waves of emotions going every which way. We may not feel it as much because we're more grounded and we understand energies, but we go through it too. So, but we're those pillars of light and grounding. So we already are conscious of this. So the people that are unconscious and waking up, we have to be the people to hold that space for them and be like, all is well, we're good, we have the tools, we know what we're doing, we got this, we can help you. We just stay connected with that. All right, any questions? It's a lot of shit, right? It's good, but think about it. Look at our physical world right now. It's nuts. So if anything shocks you, it's okay. Just come back to it and reflect over it when it comes up. We got this. We are moving closer back to who we are, the truth of who we are. So we're good. Don't be afraid. Okay, now we're going to start the meditation. You guys ready? No questions?
I got one.
Okay.
We're having the distance Reiki done.
Yep.
There a certain position that we should be in that would be most helpful?
Nope. However you want to sit or lay is totally fine.
Okay.
Just be open to receiving the energy.
Okay.
Yes, this is going to be great. This is going to be very powerful. I think it's helpful having you girls working with me too. Okay. I'm going to do a higher frequency hertz. Is this too loud? How's that? Okay. Can you guys hear that? Or is that too low? I want you to be able to.
It's a little low, Jack.
Okay. So I can go higher. Is that good? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be too loud and annoying. So just let me know. All right, guys, so get into a comfortable space. If you have a crystal you want to work with, you can. If not, that's okay too. And I'm gonna light my candle here. Okay, and I'm not gonna, normally I was going to do the ritual, but I'm not gonna do it tonight because I feel like it's already late. So I'll just do cards after this. So if you fall asleep, that's okay. All right, relax and close your eyes. Relax your body. Take a deep breath through your nose. And exhale deeply. Relax your jaw. And continue the deep breathing in and out through your nose. Relax your mind. And just let go. Now let your mind become aware of your feet. Visualize a red light flowing up from the bottom of your feet and swirling around the top of your feet. And let your feet just fall where they naturally want to. Now visualize that red light swirling around your ankles, swirling around your calves and your shins. And let those muscles relax. Visualize that red light swirling around your kneecaps and into the back of your knees. Visualize that red light flowing over your thighs and oozing into the back of your thighs. And let those muscles relax. Visualize that red light flowing into your groin and your buttocks. Let those muscles relax and sink beneath you. Now visualize that red light swirling around your hips and turning into an orange light. Visualize your hip joints being encased in a warm orange light. Filling your kidneys, your reproductive organs, your pelvis. And visualize that orange light moving up your torso into your belly button. And let your mind become aware of your abdominal area. And visualize a ball of yellow light filling your abdominal area. Take a deep breath into that ball of yellow light and see it expand. Now visualize that yellow light swirling around your waist and moving into your chest. And with each breath you take, visualize your lungs being filled with a green light. See that green light swirling around your chest, into your heart. Filling it with a bright green light. Now let your mind become aware of your hands. Visualize a white light. Fill each finger. And fill the palm of each hand. Visualize that white light swirling around your wrists, swirling around your forearms, swirling around your elbows, moving into your upper arms and shoulders. Allow your shoulder blades to relax and sink down with ease. Now let your mind become aware of your back. Visualize a white light starting at your tailbone and moving up your spine, filling each vertebrae. Until you get to the base of your neck. Now let your mind become aware of your neck and throat. Open your lips slightly and then close them. Allow your tongue to drop into a relaxed position. And as you swallow gently, visualize a blue light filling your throat and swirling around your neck. Now let your mind become aware of your head and face. Let your ears relax. Let your eyes relax. Allow that little space between your eyebrows to relax. Now visualize an indigo light in that space between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath into that space and see that indigo light expand. Now let your mind become aware of the top of your head. Visualize a purple light flowing over the top of your head and flowing down your entire body, filling your cells, filling your organs, filling your muscles, your nerve, your bloodstream, your bones, all being filled with a bright light. and just let go. And now that you're completely relaxed, I invite you to join me on a journey. I want you to imagine that you are at your house, that you are getting ready to leave. You have nothing with you, just yourself and any clothes. You're barefoot, no shoes. And you open the door, you close it and lock it, and walk outside of your house. And as you do so, you start to walk. And you start to walk towards the trees. Away from the houses, away from the buildings, away from the cars. You start to walk towards nature, in the trees, into the closest forest. When you reach it, you start to walk on a path. And as you do this, you take a deep breath and let go of everything that is happening in society, in your personal life. And let it all go. You disconnect from it, detaching your energy from anything holding you back. You let it go now. And you start to look forward on the path. You intentionally put your feet on the ground, on the bare earth. There are leaves from the trees and grasses, maybe some moss. It feels gentle and comfortable on your feet. And as you intentionally walk on the earth, you start to visualize roots connecting from your feet down into the ground. And you feel that energy move up your legs with each step you take. Allowing you to feel grounded and connected with all of nature around you. You start to take notice of all the plants and animal life that surround you on this path. The sun is gently shining down on you in between the trees. You may notice flowers alongside your path, or maybe some mushrooms, Just intentionally walking, taking in the scenery. What may be wanting to connect with you now? You start listening to the sounds. You may hear birds or rustling from any animal life. You may have an animal cross your path or come to greet you. These animals have no fear with you. They can feel that your connection is genuine and you are one with them. As an animal approaches you, you meet their gaze and you stop for a moment to greet them. As you look at each other, you can hear each other's thoughts. You are still enough to listen and hear what the animal is saying. The animal is telling you that it's time to connect with the Father Son, with the Sun that is giving us life and vitality, and knowing that we are one with its energy. This animal is also telling you to connect with the moon, Mother Moon, giving us energy to feel our deep emotions and the fluidity of life. And that it's time for us to connect with their cycles now. To start to deeply understand the deep cycles, the natural cycles. To come back into synchronicity with nature's cycles. The truth of who we are. Coming into symbiosis with all of nature, its animals, its plant life. Knowing that we're all connected, it all serves a purpose. And it's all there to benefit us in some way. You thank the animal for sharing its wisdom and giving you its initiation for you. And this animal joins you to walk on this path. You walk next to each other in a comfortable silence. You feel empowered. You feel cleansed. You feel whole. You feel safe with knowingness that this is your true self and what you've been seeking. And as you continue to walk on this path, you start to hear the sound of running water, and you find a stream up ahead. You reach that stream, and the stream is glistening with rocks and stones that is lit up by the sun, giving it a shimmery glisten to the water. You see small fish flowing with the stream. You may see other plant life, maybe even some small frogs. And you kneel down at the stream, and you know, you have a deep inner knowing that if you drink water from this stream, it will bring back all of your memories. The memories to the truth of who you are, the memories of your soul, of all the lives you've lived, to the truth. Cleansing your mind, body, and spirit. Before you take a drink out of that stream, as the animal next to you does so naturally, you set an intention, connecting with your spirit guides now, asking for what it is that you need and want most to help you on your journey of personal growth. And with gratitude, you cup your hands and you take a sip of that water. And you allow that water to run through your body, filling it up, regenerating your cells, clean, fresh water. And take another sip, knowing that this is the freshest water, the cleanest that you will be able to find. And as you do this, you allow yourself to remain open, healing your mind, body, and spirit. Taking deep breaths with your feet on the ground, breathing in life, connecting with the trees and all of nature. You recognize that there's a frog at your foot, wanting to connect with you, giving you the message that this is the most transformational time of your journey and that you are ready and that you have trained for this and that you are a wise being. You thank the frog. And you feel guided to pick up a stone in the stream. You analyze it in the sunlight. And you hold it, knowing that it's energy from this clean stream will help you with this transformation. And you start to turn around with your animal and head back on the path from where you came from. You start to recognize your spirit guides around you, protecting you, guiding you, keeping you safe. You feel ready to take on any challenge. As you walk on that path, your animal starts to head back into the woods. And as it does so, you have that feeling of knowingness that that animal is still with you. And you continue to walk back on that path, ready to bring yourself back into society, to help create the new world we were meant to create, to create a world of freedom based on love, beneficial to the earth, a divine, wise society that will allow every human to flourish, as well as all the animals. We are strong enough to allow any energy that needs to leave, that is no longer serving us, to leave this earth now. And so it is. And as you walk back on that path, start to bring yourself back to conscious awareness. With each step you take, bring yourself back to the here and now. Bring yourself back into your body. Into that place, the physical world. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Stretching if you need to. Only opening your eyes when you are ready. Allow yourself to feel relaxed, but awake and alert. Bring yourself back to here and now. All right, guys. Whoa, I liked that one. I don't know about everybody else.
That was good. I like that one too.
Oh,
That was good.
good. Awesome.
I liked it.
Awesome. I liked that a lot. I'm like so ready. Like pumped right now. I'm like, take it, bring it to me. I got this. Oh man. I do want to hear everybody's animal though, because I wasn't expecting an animal to come through like that. So I have my book, so I really do want to read the animal messages because I feel like they're so powerful. But I guess I'll speak to mine first. So I actually had a white bunny with me. It's like
Oh, cool.
that, and it was just like hopping with me. I'm like, okay, figured it'd be more badass than that, but just a bunny, it's fine. And it was just with me and gazing at me and just like like, you ready for this? Like, we are like waiting for you kind of feeling, like that nature is like just waiting for humans to kind of wake up and be a part of the natural cycle again. Does that make sense? Like, I was like really
Yeah.
feeling that. And I mean, I've been slowly integrating that for myself, like where I'm, you know, planting again, but like really starting to like go back into those natural cycles. So I feel like that's definitely where we're headed. Like, that makes so much sense to me. We've been so disconnected. We're so focused on this societal built system. And when we take ourselves out of it, there's so much more happening.
Right.
Really connect to. So, all right, that's what I was feeling. So, I guess, how do we do this? I want to hear some. Okay, so let's go. Can we go from like top to how I see this? So, Joanne, do you want to share anything that happened for you?
Sure. I was greeted with a fox
Cool.
and actually saw a real fox today. So
Good.
it was kind of course, this fox would come to me now.
Getting ready.
And I kind of got like a similar message that you were saying. The fox was like, I am with you. Like, we're all in balance.
Okay, awesome. Yes, okay, that makes so much sense. Perfect. Okay, so let me read the fox message. So, trust your intuition and be wary of someone you're involved with who's attempting to trick you in some way. Oh, wow. You mean like on a collective level? That's interesting.
Right.
Your intelligence and ingenuity are more useful right now than confrontation and righteousness. Okay, so just being genuine and truthful, and like you already know, like you're too smart for that, you know. It's better for you to remain in the background and exert an influence from that position than to take an active leadership role. It's best to blend into your surroundings, move with stealth, and keep your intentions to yourself. It's important at this time to break out of your social conditioning and express yourself more freely. Wow,
Ooh,
that's very
sweet.
connected to everything going on right now. I love that. Anything else you want to share?
No.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to read Rabbit. So mine is, this is a very creative time for you, so it's important to quickly take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way unexpectedly. Be extra vigilant for the next couple of days, and if anything threatening shows up, leave as quickly as possible. Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay, try a vegetarian diet for the next few days and pay attention to how you feel. This has been coming up for me. Like, I literally like see myself of just eating vegetables and fruits. And I was like, this would be actually really wonderful. Like, get the other shit away from me. That's how I feel right now. Okay, so rather than steady step-by-step progress, you'll see it happen in leaps and bounds. You're going to find yourself experiencing a period of quiet and stillness followed by a burst of intense activity. Express your love freely and readily to those closest to you. I love that. Okay, Bruiser. How was yours?
Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think my mind got so into it that I lost myself until the very end. So I'm not even sure if I was able to tell what my spirit animal was.
Okay.
When I first heard spirit animal, though, when somehow it finally clicked that there's a spirit animal in this meditation, my mind kept jumping, but the first one that came to my mind was some sort of like small horse or like a mule or something.
Okay, cool. What was happening in the meditation though? Did you have anything else come to you during this time? Like other than animals, like did you experience anything? Or are you just kind of in it? Like trance?
I think might have probably even dozed off probably.
Okay, like so deep. Okay, that's totally fine. I was just curious.
I'm curious too, because I was doing the Reiki on you as well. If you felt like anything or anything in any area or anything like that. If not, it's totally fine.
That could have made it deeper for you too, because she was doing the Reiki on you. Because that is so relaxed when you're getting Reiki. It relaxes you to like no other. It's like basically almost asleep and not quite.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to think if
It's okay.
anywhere. I'm not sure I did.
Okay, horse. I'm gonna read horse though, because I feel like, because Brittany also saw horse today, so that energy came through anyway. And I can't find mule, so we'll go with the horse. So it says, you're about to embark on an unexpected adventure and will have to move very quickly once it's initiated. It's time to free yourself from those physically and emotionally constricting aspects of your life. You need to call upon reserves of stamina and strength to get you through this ordeal. You're much more powerful than you think you are. This situation requires strong warrior energy, and that's what I really feel like we were connecting with in that meditation, actually. Balanced with sensitivity, patience, and compassion. That's what all of us are going to be connecting with this in this situation. So, teamwork with your family, friends, or community is important right now. Perfect. All right. Good. That's a good message for everyone, I feel like, in this group right now. All right, Bruiser. I'm glad the Reiki really got you there. That's awesome. Good job, Britt and Salma. Okay, Amp and Lolo, anything for you guys? Hold on, you're muted.
My first time I was very relaxing. It's like I'm sitting on a chair, but during the session, it's like I was not sure I was still sitting on the chair. The chair was still under me, like sustaining myself. So it was relaxing, and my mind went over and over many things. I enjoyed it. Anymore.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you the last part. What'd you say?
I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, it was very relaxing.
Okay, so that's what you got out of it. That's good. Okay, so you're kind of just keeping yourself open, but not visualizing too much. More just like relaxing and in a meditative state, right? Okay, perfect. And that's totally fine. Now, the other thing is animals, if they don't come through a visual mind, be mindful if an animal comes to you in the next couple of days, just randomly, okay? Because that could be an easier way for you to connect, so the universe will allow it to show up in your physical world.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Next. Anything for you? Yep, no.
Well, I hear a lot of like frogs, like thanks to frogs, and frogs say something to me, and it's
okay.
Yeah, that's what I catch from.
So you connected very strongly with the frogs when I was talking about it. Okay, cool. So I'll read the frog one because that's actually a very big energy right now too. So okay, so frog. Do a physical cleanse to detoxify your body. Do an emotional cleanse by letting yourself really feel your emotions and cry as much as you need to in order to clear and release any emotional toxicity. Okay, this is so big right now because we're transforming, right? So we want to release everything that's no longer serving us right now. Singing or chanting out loud will help you feel more balanced, at peace, and connected to the divine. You're entering into a time of plenty and abundance. This is the start of a slow and steady transformational process for you, a movement from an old life to a new one. If you hear a frog during the daytime, it will rain very soon. That's a good message though. So pay attention and let yourself release what you no longer need for yourself. So you can start to create new, and you're no longer like there's nothing in that way, and you're creating space for it. Okay. I need to do a physical detox too, so I'll do it with you. But I'm working out though, so I feel like I can't do that. We'll figure it out. Okay, anyway. Okay, Michelle.
Hi. I first saw, which I thought was weird. I saw a skunk and then it disappeared, and then I got a deer. So
okay,
deer went with me on the journey, and the skunk, I don't know, it was just there. I guess I don't know.
That's awesome. That's never come through on here, so that's actually really cool. And we do have that message in here, so that's great. Okay. Anything else that happened in meditation, or just pretty much you connected with the animals? Anything else that stands out, or that's pretty much?
No, just I pretty much the visual definitely took. I always take the visual. The seems
Awesome.
very yeah.
Okay.
It works for me. I don't know.
All right, awesome. All right, so skunk, it says be assertive and stand your ground as necessary, and don't let yourself be manipulated or pushed around. Make your self-respect and dignity a top priority, offering the same respect to others. You're taking yourself far too seriously and need to relax, play, and trust that everything is okay.
Awesome.
That's a nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll do deer too. So it says, you've been involved in some aggressive, negative circumstances and need to seek out safe, nurturing situations and people. So if anybody's like aggressive towards you with like you sharing your truth, anything like that, just step away from them. Don't get yourself caught up in that, because you know how I feel like a lot of people that are sharing right now and like getting themselves out there, of course people are going to come at them, right? So don't allow yourself to get involved in that. So it says, more than ever, you need to trust your gut instinct. You're poised for an enticing adventure, one that will take you down many different paths and lead you to many important insights. Be gentle with yourself and others. Jen? Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, Susan.
Okay. So I went to the reservoir by my house where I usually walk, and I went there, and I had a coyote come, and he's come to me before when I meditate only in that park.
Really?
The only time that he comes in that park when I
Wow.
meditate there.
So weird.
And he comes and he hangs and he lays by me when I'm meditating. And I don't know how I know that, but I just know that he's there. And so he came to me and he was like, hey, he was all happy to see me. And I was giving him gloves, you know, and his fur was all silky and smooth. And then he walked with me and he was just, he didn't really say too much. He just was like, he was happy to see me. He was like, hey, you're here. Yay.
Awesome.
And then he came with me and drank at the creek with me. And when I drank the water at the creek, though, I got super tingly all over.
You
It
did?
was very cool. I did, yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
I wasn't getting any Reiki, but I got super tingly. Like I was
feeling like that. Like, you remember that time at meditation when I was all lit up?
Yes.
Okay, that's how I was feeling.
Okay. I did. I got very tingly.
Okay. Awesome. Love that.
Yeah, very cool. Yep.
Okay, so coyote, lighten up. It says, okay, lighten up. You're taking things much too seriously. The resources you need are available. Something quite unexpected and not necessarily welcome is about to happen.
Oh, well, that sucks. Thank you, coyote. Jeez.
Well, kind of know that's about to happen, but that's okay. Okay. It says, rather than fighting or running from the situation, it will work out better if you adjust to it. Look for the lessons in the turmoil you're experiencing. Forgive yourself for any mistakes or errors, and look for the gifts that have come out of the experience. I'm going to basically just like shake you up. But that's like when that happens, always like see blessing, like what's the blessing in this? What's the silver lining in this? Why is this coming up? That kind of thing. So don't get frustrated.
All right.
And forgiveness is huge. Forgiveness is one of the biggest parts of this whole thing, because
yeah, that's a tough one for me right now, actually. So maybe that's why it's coming up. That's a tough one.
Okay, yeah, because forgiveness for ourselves and then also others. So and we have a hardest time forgiving ourselves mostly because we want to do everything perfectly, but it's not. We're not supposed to. We're meant to. Life plays out how it's supposed to play out. So now it's being gentle with ourselves, loving with ourselves, and then others as well.
Okay.
It's the same with that. You know, if we're not forgiving others, that they played that part in our life for a reason. So recognize that and take away the personal. Okay.
Okay.
That might help. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep, of course. All right, Amanda and Stevie, how was that for you guys?
It was good. I think so. At first, I was pretty sure that I saw a deer, but then
Okay.
like the closer I got, he was like snow white color and had like these huge antlers.
Okay, so you saw a stag then. Like a big male. Yeah, that's really cool. And he showed up actually a couple of times, not through me, but other people in our group.
And it was just like
yeah,
calming, not like intimidating, but just like.
Is it like a masculine energy too?
I don't know.
Okay. Let me look up. Hold on. Let me show you what that looks like and you can tell me. Yeah, because he showed up before, because you're not the only one that's just told me a male, hold on, like this but white.
Yeah, like an albino deer, which is funny because like a year ago we saw one right next door.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. So that's so interesting, because the people that he's shown up before in our group, they've also seen one in person too. And
How
then he
funny.
show up in the meditation. Okay, so I'm gonna read that message. So there's an opportunity to release something that no longer fits your life, so that room will be made for the new that's ready to be birthed and appear. This is a particularly intuitive time, so pay close attention to information that comes through to you psychically. Remember I said through one of the retrogrades right now. And then also it says, you'll soon be invited to go on an adventure that will be fun and challenging at times, yet ultimately rewarding, as it will deepen your spirituality in ways you've never expected. Surrender and allow the movement of life to move you and express through you in new and creative ways that will manifest in third dimensional reality. I love that. Oh, we're shifting our three-dimensional world. So the fact that it's saying that, I love it. I'm so ready for this. Like, you guys don't even know. Okay, so you'll soon have an experience with the fairy realm and the spirits of the forest. This is a time when your masculine self or side is in strong expression, and you'll be feeling especially virile and powerful. That's I like that message a lot. For the group.
I also had when we were leaving, a bear cub come up and was like super playful and then like went on its way. And I was like,
so cute. I love that. I don't know. There's no bear cub in here, but I'll look it up for you after. But it's basically for bear. Oh, there's a mom and the baby on here, but it says set clear boundaries and don't compromise even if you're pressured. And ask for what you want, whether or not you feel you'll get it. Get going on that creative project you have in mind. Take some time out from your usual routines and spend some time in solitude. You may be in need of physical or emotional healing. Be gentle and show your love to those you're close to. To find answers to your questions, go inside rather than reading or consulting others. Intuition. And you guys also may connect with these messages. That's why I'm saying, like me, I'm like, oh, I'm excited for this, because we're all connected with this energy. So if anything stands out to you, let it integrate. Anything else, Stevie?
I don't think so. I saw the eagle again.
Oh, oh, cool. So he's hanging out with you. That's awesome. Yeah. Love that. All right, Amanda, how was yours?
It was good. I felt like I was like not walking, but kind of like just like floating like through it. But I saw I think it was a tiger, a red cardinal, and then like at the end a blue jay.
Okay, so the red cardinal you connect very strongly with, because
yeah, we see them every single day.
Okay, that one's a very strong message for you. Okay, tiger, did I read that for you before or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, so it says remain focused, be very patient, and you'll soon receive a surprise that will help you achieve your goal more quickly than expected. You'll soon find a way of healing from a physical condition or an emotional disturbance very quickly, followed by a noticeable increase in vitality. Create a sacred space in your home that is completely yours, one where others only may enter with your permission, and take time to enjoy the solitude in this space. You'll soon be experiencing a surge of passion and power that will remain with you for some time. Get ready for a new adventure, one that may present challenges but will introduce dramatic changes in your life. You guys notice that keeps repeating? Challenges and then new and changes, right? So that's coming up through all these animals for all of us. So that's what I'm saying. It's very big. That's about to happen, and then we even got third dimensional reality. Like, come on, like this is like very intentional, which I love. So we're all together in this. This is for us to own our power and then come together as like we're a team, a tribe right now. Like these are our people, and we need to stay focused because everybody else is not going to have that. It's going to be much harder for them. Okay, anything else, Amanda? Or that was it?
That was it.
Okay, cool. All right, King, how about you?
Hey, okay. So I saw like 1, 2, 3, 4. I saw like 4 or 5 animals.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah. So at first that I saw was squirrel.
Okay.
Squirrel, but he or she just cut through the street or the road that I was walking. But then the butterfly just came through, and I think it was she, was in my hand, and then was on my shoulder.
Oh, awesome.
And that was kind of like really strong and there. And then the baby tiger come to the left side, and he's really cute. And then gorillas come to the right.
Gorillas.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the frog showed up because you mentioned it. And then, but towards the end, when we had to leave, and then you say we all gonna leave, and the animal gonna leave you, then the tiger grow into like a really strong and fierce, strong tiger.
Okay.
And then he's walk away, but I saw him as a necklace as a necklace, and then the pendant on my chest.
Okay.
And then the butterfly stay in my hands, but like just like a symbol in my hand on my right hand, I think. And that's as I walked out, and I look a little bit more ripped and grow up.
That's awesome.
As I left the forest.
Pay attention. I got this. Yeah, I changed too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna read gorilla because that one's standing out. Were you listening to the tiger one? You got that last time. Was that you that saw a tiger last time?
Yeah, I keep getting tigers, but one of the animals talked to me, and he or she said everything will be okay.
Okay, perfect.
That was, but I don't remember which animal talked to me.
Okay, so you're like Pan of the underworld over there.
But gorilla is actually really big, like bigger than me on the right hand side. But the tiger, the first one was a baby one, and then when he got bigger, he's still like not as tall.
Right.
Still
awesome.
like yeah.
Okay, love it. All right, so I'm gonna read gorilla. So clear and concise communication is very important at this time. So listen carefully and speak sparingly and articulately. More than ever, it's crucial to respect yourself and extend that respect to everyone you come in contact with. An important teacher is about to come into your life, one who is wise and knowledgeable, yet unpretentious. You'll be experiencing a heightened sense of clairaudience, so listen closely for messages and signs that come through hearing. Take some action about your environmental concerns, whether recycling or otherwise actively participating in cleaning up the environment.
Did you say someone will come into my life that are wise and something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, your message, it's kind of, so I've been actually like for the past 2 days in my meditation, I've been like, I've been feeling really strongly about what's going on. And I'm like, what else can I do to make like a bigger like change?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm like, what else can I do? Like I always share my messages, and I can't really share on so much on Facebook. Anyhow, yeah, so stuff like that, but it's so like what you said, it makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So there you go. There's some validation for you. Try that. Focus on that area. See if that helps. Yeah, because I mean, I can do better with that too, for sure. Like I try, but I feel like I can be a little more intentional. Like it should be okay that paper towels have run out. Like I'm gonna be more about reusable, you know, just that kind of stuff. Taking, you know, I try to have my reusable bags and like I forget them half the time and it bothers me. So that kind of stuff. Okay, cool. And then butterfly. I'll read that one too because that one's really strong. A powerful one. Butterfly. Lighten up and stop taking everything so seriously. Goodness. Second time. Okay, get ready for a big change again. One where an old habit, way of thinking, or lifestyle is going out and a new way of being is emerging. Okay, this has shown up so many times. It's time to make the changes you've been considering. In spite of the challenges, you'll get through this transition. And as always, know that this too shall pass. Express yourself by wearing more colorful clothing. So everything will be okay. That totally connects with that for sure. All right, so we're kind of getting this. Let me see if squirrel's in here. Oh my God, squirrel! Get ready for coming changes by lightening your load, clearing out, and giving away any goods or material possessions that no longer serve you. This best way to deal with the challenging situation that's before you is to confront it head on and be totally honest with your feelings and thoughts. Be extra vigilant and cautious right now and be willing to avoid or escape any threatening situations. Prepare for the future by gathering and storing extra food, water, clothing, candles, and money for possible later use. Although you're actively and aggressively pursuing your goals right now, you need to balance this pursuit with more socializing and play.
Oh, that's kind of scary. I have to stock all the food and water.
Don't stress. Just you know, just be good. I don't think anything. You'll be
I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow then.
okay. Yeah, just you know, just in case. I mean, it's probably good anyway, but not a ton. We're not like in a dire situation.
No toilet paper.
Yeah, there you go.
I have enough.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, Brittany, how are you doing over there?
I'm good.
Okay. Did you do anything? No, right? Were you able
No,
to?
I didn't. Yeah, I was just doing the Reiki. I wasn't following the meditation.
Awesome. Okay, we're just checking in. All right, awesome. Same for you, Salma? And your boyfriend?
I actually saw an owl. He didn't see.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw your message. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, you were one of the first. Okay, awesome. While you were doing, and you did Reiki too, right?
No, actually, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't do it. Okay, so Britt, you did it. Awesome. Okay, so it says, meditate in silence and in darkness for a few minutes each evening for the next few days and see what is revealed to you. Be alert to any deception on the part of others, whether they're aware of it or not, and look closely behind any guises that they may wear. This is a particularly ripe period to tap into your intuitive wisdom that's available to you. Quietly observe your environment, watching and listening for signs and omens that will give you answers to any questions you may have. Now is a particularly significant time for prophecy, and you will see, hear, or feel events before they actually happen. Your most creative cycle now is at the night, so set aside time in the evening to work on projects. Good?
Yeah, exactly what we were talking about earlier. About
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Perfect. So make that your focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. Is it just you over there?
No, he didn't see anything.
No.
He's here, but he didn't see anything.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys, I know it's late. Does anybody want a card message or are you good? Does everybody feel good? You want a card message? All right, we'll do it. All right, sounds good. So I just got a new deck and it's Beyond Lemuria. Some of you might know who Lemuria is or what Lemuria is, but it's the ancient civilization of like Atlantis and Lemuria. They both connect, and the United States of America is supposed to be like the old Atlantis. So I really connect very strongly with Lemuria. And actually, we're connecting with, I forgot the name of it, the biggest star of the mirror right now. So our energies are connected strongly with it. I forget what it is exactly. I'll have to look it up, but I really wanted to bring you back. So, who wants a card message? Does everybody want one? I see hands raised. Or is it? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Bruiser said yes. Joanne, do you want one? Okay, so I'll do everyone then. You guys are also good. I'm glad. Okay, so I'll start with the group one. We have such a big group. I'm checking chat. Okay, awesome. This is for everyone, or our whole group. Okay, so the violet flame. So we have chakra cards in here and other very intuitive type messages. This is card 52. Okay, so it says, your psychic toolkit, recentering practices, deepening your energetic awareness, clearing your aura, healthy energetic boundaries, protection, removing trauma from your field, maintaining a high vibration, and rebalancing after times of raised frequency. So consider your psychic toolkit. Do you have a range of accessible go-to practices for recentering, cleansing your aura, and protecting your energy? This is so big right now. An exercise routine for psychic fitness will keep your aura strong and resilient. Your energy is sovereign and your vibration high. Bring the violet flame into your meditation and spiritual practices to rebalance after heightened energy levels. So make sure you're recentering and staying balanced because we're going through a huge transition. Okay, who's that? Salma by I'm putting you on mute, okay? And then I'll come back to you when I'm ready. He has his hand up on the thing. That's awesome. Okay. Hey, Joanne, I'll start with you, okay? Okay, you got the infinite.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Let's see what that's about. I really like these cards. It's really nice. That's card number 49. Okay, so it says, okay, the eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, many deaths and rebirths within one's life. You are so much more than your physical body. So it says, this card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like the phoenix, which I brought up before, which is born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you've gathered through your elevation process. That really connects with you, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally.
I feel like you just went through that. Like
I did. I did.
So that's like validation of like, all right, you did it.
Yeah, total confirmation.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, thank you for that.
Absolutely. All right, you can head off or stay on. Totally up to you, but don't feel like you have to stay on.
Yeah, mommy's got to go to bed.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. All right, good night. Thanks for joining.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. All right, Lolo, this is for you. First card reading for me. Or from your spirit guides through me. Okay, you got where is it? Harmonic flight. Oh my God, I'm like putting it at you on the screen instead of the screen. Okay, so card number 29. Okay, it says, oh, I love this. Okay. Seeing the divine in the eyes of another. Relationships with deep bonds, karmic connection, clearing illusionary projections, life-changing connection, transmuting dissonance, removing heart armor, and being seen, teamwork. So it says, what you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be encouraging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or projection. This card may relate to family, teamwork, community, and ways you can harmonize dissonance for deeper growth. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute your fears. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. That's cool. So, any patterns you keep going through in relationships, just pay attention to them and see where you can shift that energy more towards a loving energy, healing, and like moving away to that from that low vibrational like disconnect and moving into more harmonizing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Can you hear me? Okay. You have any questions? Are you good? I can't hear you guys. So
I'm good. No questions. I'm good.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So basically stay open up your heart and allow yourself to have that connection. Okay, Amp. Okay, you got awakened awareness. Okay. It's just like an eye. Okay, so card number 17, and it says okay, it says beyond the veil, clearing distortion and illusion, awareness of what's running us subconsciously, communing with our God force, energetic sovereignty, growth outside your comfort zone, and the collective awakening. Wow, you got the collective awakening card. That's big. Okay, this card is a reminder to wake up. There are many levels and stages of awakening. There is no on and off switch. Keep learning and putting yourself into situations where you can grow. Sometimes we do go back to sleep, so stay aligned with your inner guidance and find ways to remember to wake up. Do what you love to keep your vibe high. This is not about instant pleasure, but the joy that is substantial and sustainable. Eat healthily, keep your body active, and have life goals, but with enough space to hear the answers to your prayers. When our energy systems become blocked or need a cleanse, God, cleanse coming up again for you. That's so funny.
All connected since the beginning.
That's so funny. Okay. It says we can become drowsy or to our vital nature. Energy clearing, so once again, clearing, so your emotional clearing, can help you recenter. Shadow work may also be needed if certain things are running your mind in a disempowering and distorting way. Find your unique way to connect to the divine inside you, not as an external seeking, but as a receptive allowing. So allow the divine to connect within you, like allow yourself to open up to it, and be inspired to see the question at hand with a different perspective. Look between the lines for a deeper interpretation. That's a good card.
Yeah.
That one.
That makes sense.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Susan. And thank you guys for joining tonight. I loved it. I'm so glad you're on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, Susan.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
What?
You got the furred and feathered friends. Your coyote man is coming through. Your coyote really, it loves you. That's so funny. Okay, it says, okay. Ethical consumption, making a difference through our food choices, caring for all beings, animals, environmental awareness, doing the best we can, and animal spirit guides. That's awesome. Okay.
That is.
Oh, I love this. There's a Sanskrit prayer here that says, "May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and that freedom for all." I love that.
Oh, I like that. Take a picture of that and send it to me.
Okay, I will. Okay, so the meaning is look at how you choose to nourish your physical body and your ethics and reasoning surrounding your food choices. Where possible, explore fortifying, filling, and nourishing alternatives. Your body and energy will thank you for it. This card also signifies strong animal energies. That could mean working more closely with an animal spirit guide or bringing a four-legged companion into your life. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of the animals that you encounter and what their traits or messages mean to you. That's
wow. Cool. Okay.
That means
that's very cool because I've been eating like shit for the past couple days, and I was so tired today. And I'm like, I was just telling myself I've got to.
Yeah.
I was getting mad. I'm like, why am I so tired today? And it's like, well, because you've been eating shit for 2 days. So.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a hard thing, especially when there's a lot of convenience around us. So,
right.
I'm trying over here too. And my kids love snacks, so I just hear snacks. Snacks. I'm like, eat a carrot. I'm like, can we eat carrot?
I know.
Maybe some cucumbers, and then Jade will take a bite of her cucumber. She's like, okay, now I want a snack. I'm like,
oh God, I know.
But I'm doing garden, so hopefully that, she likes to eat out of the garden. I have rainbow carrots. I have all the good stuff. So I think she'll.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she'll catch on, and then I can do it better. So, all right, awesome, good card.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're.
All right, I'm off. I'll talk to you later.
Good night.
Thank you, dear. Bye.
Stevie. All right. Okay, you got the Soul Star Chakra, merging with the divine. Okay, so that's card number 10. So it says, transcendence, letting go, being filled with the divine light, channeling, karmic records, the bridge between the spiritual and the physical realms, and ascension. So basically saying, remember that you are an infinite being with the ability to expand your awareness beyond space and time. Consider that paradigms outside this physical reality may be unfathomable until we raise our vibration and can think outside the mind. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multiple dimensions. So the themes are karma and what can be implemented or cleared for your optimal progress toward ascension. Interesting. And it says rainbow is like the color that goes with it. So merging beyond time and space and knowing that everything's interconnected, to uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. And letting go so we can be all that we are seeking and the glimpse of the greater dream. Nice card. So ascending yourself and just recreating yourself and letting go of everything and allowing yourself to just be open and allowing and receiving. Okay? All right, Amanda. Internal explorer. I like that one for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it says flow state, accessing infinite information by going within, wisdom from the collective consciousness, theta waves, channeling, breaking free from limiting intellect, creative boldness, being guided by the divine spark, and you already hold the keys. So it's saying you're invited to explore the state of flow. This card is also a reminder that you are infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. So the collective consciousness came up twice for you. That's interesting. Okay, so get out of your own way. That's probably a big one for you too, I feel like. You have permission. You have the permission you felt you needed to go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. That's a good card. Yeah. And Aquarius naturally, you're Aquarius moon, right? Aquarius naturally connects with the collective. So open yourself up to that because it's a natural thing for you. Okay, Bruiser. Freedom. Just what we need. Woo! Okay. The freedom card says, living the life you love, liberation as a shift in perspective, the many facets of freedom, inviting enjoyment and inspiration into your life, discovering what freedom means to you, overcoming limitation, unbound creative expression, choice over obligation. Bring a deeper sense of freedom to a situation. A limitation may be a state of mind. A shift of perspective can help bring a sense of lightness and choice. Also consider what freedom looks like to you in the bigger picture of your life. If you are feeling stifled in an environment, it is up to you to make a change. Add pleasurable moments or practices that cultivate a sense of greater freedom in your day-to-day life. If you are currently experiencing greater freedom, you may be feeling unsettled. Consider whether it's a kind you were looking for. If you feel ungrounded and lost, perhaps you could add some structure to your world to optimize your freedom. That make sense to you? Hold on, I'm gonna unmute. There you go. Do you connect with that card?
Anything freedom I connect to.
Okay, yeah, right. Let's be free. Yeah, awesome. Because we're moving into more freedom, and at the same time, obviously everything's happening at the same time, freedom and control. But the freedom we're moving into as we move into that age of Aquarius. So I feel like that's just like a big part of this energy right now too. So that's good. Are you feeling grounded too? And like you're good with everything? Okay, bye guys. Thanks for joining. What do you think, Bruiser? Good? I'm just curious how it connects with you.
I mean, I would have to say it's the most important value of my life.
Okay.
I also I know that I'm not living a life of personal freedom.
Okay.
I also feel like right now I'm thinking more about the freedom of our country right now.
For real, me too. Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're both.
Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, these guys are here too, by the way, so you're good. But I feel like starting with yourself and giving yourself more personal freedom will then expand it to the collective too. So maybe work on that a little bit for yourself too. That might help. Because I always feel like starting with yourself and then it expanding outward helps bring that energy to the collective. So maybe start that way too. And then obviously speaking to the freedom, because we all are ready to move into complete freedom, you know. But I think by starting to create that for ourselves through our actions and choices, that way we can, so letting go of what's limiting you right now from experiencing that.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Love it. Anything else? You feeling good? I know that was a lot tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah. No. And then I did ask, which I think Brittany answered. Okay, so for the recording.
Yes.
So you put it on your YouTube channel or your Facebook?
I do. And I will actually send it to our little chat group for you. So you can go back. Because I know that energy was a lot. And if you want to do the meditation again, it'll be there for you to use whenever.
Nice.
Yeah, because this energy that I'm talking about is going to affect us for the next few months. So going back to it is actually very helpful.
Good deal.
Good deal. All right, awesome. I'm glad you came on tonight.
So happy to be on. I'm so happy I was able to get my
Your-
Thursday meeting moved.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great. All right.
Jack, can you pull me a card?
Yes. Yes, you and Ting are left here.
Yeah.
I
Everyone
can go
left.
last. I'll go last. That's fine.
It's okay.
Who wants one? Okay. You guys are confusing me because you're both like, I gotta focus on one person. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Brittany. Okay. You got trust your innocence, Britt.
This is mine.
Yep. This is yours. You asked for a card. Okay. 54. Truth, trusting yourself, being real with people, knowing the difference between intuition and paranoia, uncensored feelings, and returning to innocence. Learn to trust your inner sense or intuition. You are encouraged to be absolutely honest with yourself. Cast aside any mind stories and shoulds that you tell yourself. In your heart of hearts, you know the answers. Dare to listen and to honor them. This card may also relate to being truthful with another person. Relationships can only deepen when we can be real with each other. Well, I like this card a lot for you. Consider your timing and be considerate, but this is a time for truths.
Interesting.
Wow, that's a really good card for you.
Yeah.
Really good card.
We'll have to chat about it mañana.
Yep. I have a lot to say. Awesome. Great. All right, Ting, you ready?
Yes.
Last but not least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being so patient.
Of course.
Sacral chakra. That's what I needed the most. Damn. Okay. Card number 3.
Wait, what is that?
Sacral. Do you know what your chakras are?
I'm not really good at that.
Oh yeah, we talked about this. Okay, so your root chakra is like your grounding, your connection to the earth, and like all things around you. And then your sacral chakra is like your it's in your like how do I say that? Your like it's your sexuality, your passions,
okay.
yeah, that space. It's also codependencies. Remember I was talking about that before? Like my area that I need to work on is like my sacral chakra. Okay, but I'll explain it on here too. So that's the card in general. So it's your feelings, your emotional responses, pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, connection, letting go, creativity, sacred sexuality, passion, healthy boundaries, and valuing the body. So it says, you're invited to revel in the present moment and feel deeply into your senses. Sensuality of being alive, the breeze on your skin, the sense of damp earth, the feeling of fitting perfectly into the temple you call your body. This card is about diving into the depths of a moment where all your faculties are available for divine creation. Your entire paint kit is present, and no part is left in the past or caught in the future. All of who you are unites in a point of deep experience. This is an ecstatic moment of conception for a project or new life. Let yourself drop into passion, intimacy, and a loving connection with whatever you are birthing into the world and with whomever you have chosen to co-create with. It says, restore, get in touch with your creativity and embrace your natural expression, however it looks to you. The way you live is an art form, a unique expression of yourself. You can dance through the challenge, sing through the restriction, and paint your reality. The themes are your relationship with your body, your sensuality, and your sexuality. And then it's the color orange. And it's your lower abdomen pelvis area. So that's what I was talking about. Remember I was saying that before. So yeah, so this is just about like being the creator of your life, and being intimate like with yourself, like creating an intimate relationship with yourself, with spirit, and another relationship, however you see it, and like creating your life and really like art, like making your life art, like using creation when you're building your life and your goals and all that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to process this.
I know it's a lot. I can also send you the card if you want. Like I could take a picture if that helps of everything I just read.
Yeah, and I and I definitely have to watch the video again because there's a lot of when you talk about animal, I would like to listen to it again.
Okay, and I can also send you the pictures of the book, so I could do that.
Okay.
That'll be helpful too. I know the messages
Yes.
are a lot, but
Yeah.
it's all for us to integrate. And I'm speaking to your higher self, so your logical mind might have trouble keeping up, but I'm already at your higher self, and I'm not worried about it. But
Really?
but yeah, no, for you, I will definitely send it. So.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
One question for the tiger, since it's been coming up a lot. That does it mean like a great change, but like it's a positive change for the tiger, or just in general?
It's always positive.
Oh,
That's how
right. You're right.
Changes, they're always positive. They're always a blessing. So, but it does say an increase in vitality, which means like life, like wow, like this is amazing, like living through joy and happiness and peace, like that kind of.
Okay. I actually do feel like that, like this morning. And then when you mentioned about breathing, that I have to stay with my stillness, like this morning or this month specifically, I've been waking up and I'm like, wait, I'm missing my breathing exercise.
Okay.
And I feel need to get, I could feel so strong when I missed my breathing or meditation, like crazy.
Yeah, so make that your focus right now. So basically, that's what I was saying in the beginning. Choose something that you need to get more consistent at to keep your mind, body, spirit balanced.
Right.
So like relaxing into the other areas of your life and making that your focus. You can become consistent with it, and then it becomes natural.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so like for me, that's why my physical body is the hardest because I fall out of that. So like for me, I need it to become a natural habit, and like same thing with my nutrition. I need that to become natural for me, so I'm not falling out of those like you get what I'm saying, right? So like meditation, I do any day of the week, all the time. My breathing, I'm so focused, like it's natural to me now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we all have that area of our life that we need to focus a little more on. Or like mindset. Some people have the mindset of talking shitty to themselves, right? Over and over and over and over. So those people need to work on shifting their mindset. Or like running with stories, letting their minds go. So like for me, my mind is so strong and I've already reconditioned that. So I'm just like, everything's beautiful. I'm beautiful. Life is beautiful. Like, whatever. But so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow for
great.
workout.
Yeah. So is it 1 p.m. or 2 p.m.? Whatever time.
Yes. 2 was fine for me. We were doing 2 o'clock.
Okay. I can also do 1. I'll text you before then.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yay.
All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on.
Hey,
you're welcome. Thank
Glenn,
you.
I want to set up another meeting with. I'm gonna text the group. I'm gonna text the group here, but I want to have
it. Okay.
I want to have between the 4 of us because I mean, especially after this, and I don't know, just the 4. I don't know why, but I just love the 4 of us meeting together.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good intimate group. I know this is a big group, so like my group meditations, when there's big energy happening, I always have a very big group, and it's because their spirit knows to show up because this is very intentional for them and they need to listen. So yeah, I think that's a great idea, and then we can talk about everything. I think it's also good for us to talk about everything that's going on with like all the other shit, like the truth stuff coming out and like all that energy.
Yeah, and like all the and like everything that's
Uh-oh, you froze.
Like,
oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, I mean, just like I just saw tonight, our governor. His reopening plan is in 3 phases: red, yellow, green. Anybody who's in the red phase, he just needs to stay at home or soon.
Okay. So you okay, go ahead. You keep freezing, so I keep missing what you're saying.
To introduce
You're freezing on me and I can't hear it. Hold on.